Alright. So we're back for another exciting session of Pac Man World 2.
What if this is the same episode?
I knew the other ghosts couldn't take you. I don't even think Spooky can take you. But we'll never know that, see? 'Cause you won't make it past me. Especially since my machine's body is impervious to your rev roll. I've always liked my Pac Man Extra crispy.
You know what I like, extra crispy.
I can guess. I can guess. This is the hardest boss in the game, by the way.
Yeah, it is. It's funny because he literally warns you that it's the hardest boss in the game, even harder than the final boss.
Yeah, he literally is too.
What was your challenge, Michael?
I propose a challenge between myself and Eric. Whoever brings up B Clux first.
Oh, well, there you go. You just lost.
After we start the challenge, whoever brings up B Clux first gets the buzzer.
What is the buzzer?
I don't know. I guess you're a loser.
You're a loser.
Yeah. Time to turn up the heat.
Yeah, big dirt baby. You need a bottle? A big dirt bottle?
Because I think we've exhausted that comedy gold mine. If you know what I'm saying.
Maybe a copper mine.
Well, copper's actually worth quite a bit.
Yeah.
Nowadays.
Not as much as gold, probably. I don't know. I'm not up to date with gold prices. I think I might be way quieter than you because I'm further away from the mic. Dude,
Yeah.
this is Michael talking. And the small ones are me talking.
I think you just have a naturally quieter voice.
I think it's because you're too damn close to the... There we go. Now they can hear me loud and clear.
You're harder to fry than I thought.
So you're specifically not allowed to say... You know.
Yes.
Okay then, there's workarounds then. Don't worry.
Okay. At least that'll bring some creativity to the mix.
Sure enough. Clyde's. I like how they got pretty creative with the name.
Yeah. I mean, this boss is pretty much the same as the last few.
Yeah, it's weird how the three of the ghosts have
Now you've made me mad.
ghost machines, but one has a frog machine.
I think that was supposed to be the because for some reason they swapped Blinky and Clyde. Historically, Clyde was the orange one and Blinky was the red one. So they swapped it for this game, but the orange ghost was always supposed to be like the goofy one, the odd one out.
Maybe those aren't gloves. Maybe that's actually his hands.
Oh, so he's...
Yeah, and he's just wearing a red costume.
Dude, I think you just solved Pac Man.
I did it. I cracked the Pac code.
The Da Vinci Pac code.
That's pretty good.
The Pacini code.
I would fit something else into that Da Vinci code if I could, without getting in trouble. Without being a loser, a big dirt baby, as they say.
If you're still watching up to this point, why?
Boggle. Clyde's machine. So are they checkpoints when he taunts you?
Yeah.
Perfect. You should, those little things in the ground hurt.
I remember this boss being much harder.
It's because it's hard if you're not used to like rev rolling through the ramp properly. Come on, Michael, stop sucking.
I can see the others didn't stand a chance. It's time for me to stop taking chances and be done with you.
You're not going to get away with this.
He's not going to get away with this.
Can't you just rev roll into him when he swooses on by anyway?
No, he said that he specifically built the body of his machine so that it would be impervious to rev rolls.
Oh, I bet.
So
to copyright rev rolls, Red Rum.
Hey, are you saying that Disney's gonna be buying Namco soon?
Probably not. What does Namco do anyway? Nowadays.
Disney seems to be on a quest to own everything now.
Yeah, but only if it's well, I mean, what does Namco do nowadays?
They have quite a few IPs, like Splatterhouse and Klonoa, Pac Man.
Oh, all
Tales of.
all true hits.
Well, people know what Splatterhouse is.
I barely know what Splatterhouse is.
Pac Man's pretty well known.
Yeah, but like, what are they doing with Pac Man to make money?
The Ghostly Adventures. That's what they're doing right now with it.
I guess.
He was in Smash Brothers.
I suppose. They probably got a fat paycheck from that, but I don't know. I feel like there's other bullshit to buy, or more relevant bullshit for Disney to buy. Like a certain. Speaking of IPs, he who shall not be named. If he who shall not be named, what equivalent to Harry Potter would he come in and try to kill? The Colonel?
Yeah, Farmer Jamie?
Farmer John from Donkey Ollie?
That's digging up another CG wonderment.
That's a recommended reading. The entirety of Donkey Ollie.
Especially the part where they like slice him up and he's got like
yeah, when he gets attacked by like
blade
hyenas, and he has like the texture on his model is like like the equivalent to that fucking Banjo-Kazooie. What fish? Is that like the metallic fish?
Oh, Clanker.
It's like bleeding and stuff. It's got skin ripped off. It kind of looks like that. Maybe I'm just thinking the inside. I don't know. Michael, who would you rather be swallowed by? The whale from the Borble, or the Jabu Jabu, or Clanker?
You mean just like eaten totally?
Yeah.
Clanker, because there's ways to get out of them.
Yeah, but you can get out of the whale in the Bible. Historically, that's kind of the important. It's exactly. Or the white whale can also be eaten by the white whale from.
The white whale is the most violent and psychotic of them all.
Yes, so it'll be quick.
I suppose.
Well.
So these ones, unless you are really
answer
patient,
the god. He's dodging the question.
Fine. I'll pick Clanker.
Still Clanker. My speech didn't change your mind, I see.
No. I have a chance of survival with that one.
But it'll be slow and painful. For the most slow and painful. How about that? The higher the chance of survival, the lower, the higher the pain involved. Should you die. So it's risk reward. I don't know which one's the... How about the Jabu Jabu is the least painful, but least likely to survive? That's a tough question, isn't it?
How did this come up?
I don't know. Something about whales. The white whale.
The whale of the force?
There's a whale, there's a whale. Whale, you go to the prom with me?
Oh my god.
I forgot. Something about whales. Oh yeah, isn't Moby Dick just about... Isn't it weird because like half the book's about whaling? Heard that?
What's weird about that?
Because it's like, half of it is like a story, and then half of it's just about like...
How to whale?
The specifics of whaling, yeah.
I mean, world building.
Yeah, but like... It'd be like if half of Harry Potter was talking about exclusively the rules of Quidditch.
That's what the fourth book was.
Is it though?
Yeah. Don't you remember? It's
No.
like the first, like, sixth of the story is just like this Quidditch tournament that happens at the very beginning of the
Yeah,
book.
but I'm talking about the specific rules and techniques. of Quidditch.
Well, I'm sure that back when Moby Dick was made, there wasn't really much else to entertain people with, so...
They're like,
I can stare at the wall, or I can read about whaling.
Not only is it a novel, it's a guide.
It's a 2 for 1
strategy guide.
I can spend my 2 pence wisely.
My tuppence.
My tuppence.
Isn't that what 2 pence is?
I think so.
Tuppence?
It's like the British pronounce everything wrong.
Mm-hmm. Sure, Michael.
But I suppose that would be like saying John
Cena.
You know, when like a name with man at the end, like Goodman.
Goodman.
I suppose tuppence would fall into that kind of category.
Probably. The category. See what I did there? See what I did there? The cat, that's an animal.
Indeed.
What else is an animal? In more than one way.
That's mine! It's the cherry on the sundae.
The cherry reminds me of something
Check
else.
that one off the list.
Wait, what?
The only thing to do with your past is to bury it.
Adam Driver is the best.
Aren't you glad I didn't say banana?
That's pretty good, Michael. Did you make that up? You're not telling me you just made that up by yourself. I don't believe you could make something up that's that funny.
That might be a very old joke.
Is it?
Yeah.
As in old as in overdone?
Yes.
Yeah, it reminds me of something else. So I like how you said there'd be some creativity about it, but really, there's not at all.
See, the thing is that I'm the only one who thinks it's funny.
Well, that's because you're the only one here. I'm sure that we could fill stadiums with this kind of thing.
Oh, Christ.
No, you actually got all the Pac dots.
Yeah, it's actually kind of amazing.
Amazing. Get it, Pac Man? You already made that joke. You're actually not that far off from 100%, are you? Since you've wasted our time and our lives gathering all this bullshit. Although I suppose it's like easier to collect the tokens than to get the last few tokens for getting all the Pac dots and stuff.
Yeah.
So there's probably like 100 and some.
To actually get 100%, I have to go back to every level and do the time trail.
Which you're not gonna do.
Yeah. Well, not for this playthrough, anyway.
Not even for this playthrough.
It's one of those, like, it would really drag things out even more so. And you know, there's only so many jokes you can make about he who shall not be named. That's
He goes by many names. Lucifer, Satan,
Mephistopheles,
what's that?
Beelzebub.
But that's not the same guy.
No,
You've gotten hit by that barrel like every time.
well, it's like it comes from off screen. How am I supposed to see it coming?
You could see it before you dashed right into it. I could see it. Maybe that's just because I'm too cool for school. Hashtag school. Cool man.
What?
I'm tired.
I like how Pac Man just decided.
And I'm out of material. Now that we've banned the only joke.
Well, we still have the 150-word essay.
That's true. Write a 150-word essay about he who cannot be named is. Who knows? Maybe
you haven't been paying attention.
Maybe he's Voldemort. Maybe he's the white whale. Maybe he's, I don't know, perhaps like a 3D CG animal of some sort who makes good music. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you know, I don't.
It's got Pac Man.
You got Pac Man Friend.
Why is it called that, not like Ghosted or something?
I don't know. Who cares? It makes sense, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
What's
It's like
what's
it's the
problem?
ghosts that actually do it.
Shut up, nerd. You're getting greedy with those power dots or whatever the fuck they're called.
Power pellets. The trick is to save them.
Yeah, whatever. I always find that you try saving them and getting more deep shit than you would if you didn't save them. See, like now you got the one in the corner you don't need. We're just gonna have to go all the way back to the corner. What's the point? Let him have it.
What you're saying is I should grab the power pellets every time they come up.
Yeah! That's what I'm saying. More
Did you know that Mike Rowe has a charity?
Yeah, I can believe it. Probably for like, workers with diseases. I don't know. He likes hands-on work. He likes dirty jobs. Believe it or not.
Wow. Well, that's
look,
not true.
Look at those
jobs
power
isn't-
pellets that you wasted now. See, there's one whole pellet left that you got last. See? Greed. Unnecessary greed will bring you down. Taken from
Wouldn't it be
management.
more greedy to get them right away?
No. It's greedy to save them, to try to get the most value out of them. It's greed, my friend. Lust and greed.
But it's the only
One of-
capital I have.
One of the what is it? One of the 8 deadly sins.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
It's the 7 deadly sins.
No, you're forgetting one.
Okay, and what is that last one?
I can't say.
I've never
It's
heard of a
against-
person
it's
being a
against-
deadly
It's
sin.
against the rules. Well, I'll be a loser then, won't I? You know what? You know what? You know what else is greedy?
What?
Mines.
Oh.
That's almost
That
as
is-
good
that
as
is
my
l-
Sue joke from earlier.
It's mine.
Stingy.
I actually 100%ed that?
Yeah.
Yeah!
But you only
kinda-
got 5 out of 8 tokens. So,
No.
100%, you know.
It's kind of amazing. I should show King K that footage.
What?
I don't know, he was convinced that it was like impossible to fully complete this game. So was I, but then I did not practice for this playthrough at all, folks.
There it is. I think that might be the first time you said the F word since we started.
Oh, Jesus.
We should make a rule for that. If I have to be silenced.
Alright, well, I've done well with it so far for most of the playthrough, so...
Whereas I've only mentioned he who shall not be named probably about 40 sometimes.
Oh, Jesus.
Since we've made the rule. Yeah, it's probably way more than that. About the 2.5 hours of falling back on the same running gag.
Well, I mean, it is the best joke we've ever had.
Referencing some shitty, well, that was blasphemy. That was blasphemous. The 8 deadly sins. The eighth wonder of the world.
The Lost Shrine of Zagawa.
Well, the ninth wonder of the world.
Eric, how could you forget the giant red gorilla statue from
I did, I'm
Curious
sorry, I
George
forgot.
film?
What are the? Can you name all 7 wonders of the world, Michael?
No, I know the Great Wall of China is one.
The pyramids, the I think it's the Petra, like stone mausoleum thing.
No,
in
no, I missed
Egypt.
some.
I can't even. Niagara Falls, I think, is one. What is the deal with the 7 wonders of the world?
I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
Like who decided they were the 7 wonders of the world?
Probably some stuffy British men.
That was the purpose of I think it was the first season of An Idiot Abroad. It came in Carl Pilkington. Hold on. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. 7 wonders of the world thing. I just want to see who decided that they were the 7 wonders, and can you submit options to other ones, or a possible next 8th wonder.
It's probably like the Oscars where you have to be in the Academy of the Wonders of the World.
Well, it's okay. So it's the 7 wonders of the ancient world specifically.
Oh.
So, unfortunately, that
The Lost Shrine of Zagawa would not count.
yeah.
Why do I? I don't know.
How about you tell people what you're referencing?
Okay, so there's a movie called Curious George, and the plot is that Will Ferrell, man in the yellow hat, whose name is Ted in the film, he works for Mr. Bloomsbury's museum, and Mr. Bloomsbury's museum is in danger of closing. So he heads an expedition to Africa to find the lost shrine of Zagawa,
Which is a giant gold or red, like red monkey statue.
It's a gorilla, I think, but
Whatever, dude.
And so the plot is they think that they find the shrine, but it turns out just to be a tiny little statuette, or so they think. And so for most of the film, it's just like Ted falling down on his luck because of George, who sneaks, you know, the monkey, the chimp, who sneaks back to, you know, our...
Is he a chimp?
Yes.
Why'd they call him a monkey then?
I mean, he doesn't have a tail, so he can't be a monkey.
Yeah, exactly. They always
think-
call him a monkey.
Yes, because most people don't know about the,
Come on, you fucking idiot 12-year-olds. Or, I suppose 12-year-olds is too old for Curious George.
yeah. Oh, I mean, the people who
Babies
wrote
are
it certainly
fucking
weren't
stupid,
12.
dude. Stupid babies. I'm talking about.
Looks like Blinky and Clyde were like clipping through each other just a moment ago.
Alright, so you ready to hear the 7 wonders of the world, Michael?
Sure, let's hear them.
There's the Great Pyramid at Giza, which is obviously in Egypt. There is the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Nebuchadnezzar's wife, something to do with that, probably. I don't know.
Oh,
it was a
Nezer.
gift. It was Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar.
That's that one guy from VeggieTales who had the factory and the toy who saved Christmas.
Oh, he's also the leader of Babylon in Civ, the Civ game, or at least in Civ 5. So I don't know what the Hanging Gardens are. That's just sort of like a...
Did you know that the guy who created Earthworm Jim is currently producing the new VeggieTales show?
That's really weird.
And his name is Doug Tnaple. Apparently he's...
Groovy!
Apparently he, every once in a while, he says something really offensive, and people get mad at him.
Weird. This is Earthworm Jim guy.
Yeah, the Earthworm Jim guy is apparently like a really big Christian.
Hence the VeggieTales.
Yeah.
Um,
Not that there's anything necessarily wrong with that in
Statue
general,
of
just-
Zeus at Olympia. That's number 3. Who cares?
Wow, that's close to
Quickly
home.
losing interest.
Olympia.
Temple of
I'm quickly
shut the
losing-
hell up. Temple of Artemis at Ephesus. So that's 2 Greek.
Do you hear me, Zeus?
The Mausoleum of Halicarnassus. That's in Persia. And last but not least, the Colossus of Rhodes. And last and very last but not least, the Lighthouse of Alexandria. Oh, and here it says other wonders. The 7 wonders of the world, by no means a comprehended, agreed upon list of the most impressive structures of the day. Ladder of the wrist. Rather.
Man, so good of you to make it. And just in time, I must say. Spooky has unleashed a naval fleet to stop your advance towards Ghost Island.
Skip.
I fear you'll need much more than
Skip.
flippers to deal
Skip.
with them. Luckily,
Skip.
I have been working on outfitting
I
my
don't
research
care.
sub to deal with this problem.
Look at his
Behold
eyebrows.
my latest creation, the Pac sub. A word of caution.
No, it's
I haven't
Subway.
had time to work out all the bugs in the
Ew,
system
there's
yet.
bugs in my sandwich.
So you can only fire 6 torpedoes at a time. Now get out there and drive them back to Ghost Island.
Look at this. The list was very much like a modern-day tourist pamphlet informing travelers on what to see on their trip. Those masterpieces listed above are the traditionally accepted wonders as first set down by Philo of Byzantium. But there are many writers who followed him who disagreed on what a wonder was. and what was only of passing interest. Herodotus, for example, cites the Egyptian labyrinth as being far more impressive than even the pyramids of Giza. So
What's that? Where's that fizzing noise coming from?
I don't know. Hold on. Oh, it's my Sprite.
Dude, you had me worried that one of my external
Was
video
about to
processors
explode.
caught fire or something. What?
I'm trying to do it again.
Lightning is not going to strike twice on that one.
So apparently, Philo of Byzantium was the one who made up the list. So you can log that away in your memory banks, friend. Thank you, Joshua J. Mark, for that article. Very good.
It wasn't BuzzFeedy enough.